Good evening, buenas noches, and hello to everyone and everyone who's watching at home. I really appreciate everybody being here, especially I just want to give a shout out to any parents, loved ones, like people who just couldn't get here. I know it's a lot, so thank you. I hope you're enjoying your evening. We definitely have a lot more in store, so as someone I know says, buckle up, Buttercup. I'm not sure if someone else will have already said this, but before I begin, I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge that this is the first indoors, normal final show since May of 2019.
Yeah.
To Larissa, Tony, and Bjorn, the seniors of the, in all caps, COVID year, I love you, and I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge your absolute commitment to this group, absurd talent, and heart and soul. You deserve to have your moment to be here on this stage and sing your hearts out, and I'm petitioning for a makeup final show.
Yeah.
Woo! But in all seriousness, thank you for those beautiful moments of laughter and singing before our lives changed forever and we got sent home. In fact, I remember walking into Cabelli filled with literal apocalyptic dread, thinking, I have absolutely no idea what's going on in the world right now, but I would not want to cry, sing, or hug it out with anyone else but these people. That's the thing about the Sticks. As cliche as it sounds, it's that this group is family, love, support, and literally magic. For those who don't know, this magic came to me by surprise. Call it fate. It was freshman year, Labor Day weekend, and the first weekend of school. I was sitting in the prayer room of Costco Hall doing homework because, well, the AC in Med B did not work, and naturally being from Miami, I was quite overwhelmed. Anyway, I remember feeling so anxious, not because of the sweltering heat, but because actually all I wanted to do was sing. I know that sounds really weird, but the thing I didn't know about college was that, at least early on, you have zero privacy. Shared rooms, shared bathrooms, shared dining halls. And while I shared with my sisters my whole life, this was different. See, at my house, my parents in the audience can attest. It's literally a concert all the time. We're singing and yelling and loud talking, and it's a lot of like Spanglish. But basically, anything goes. So the idea of ugly belting in the shared bathrooms of Med B was not gonna fly. So there I was, silently mouthing the words of my favorite Amy Winehouse song in the AC prayer room of Costco, and that's when I said, what the hell? I'm gonna try out for a cappella. This is a true story. So I went a large 200 feet across the way to O'Connell House, which sits neatly in the middle of Upper's Quad, and sang a wildly unprepared verse and chorus of that same Amy Winehouse song in front of Dan Paulos. Hey man, little did I know that impulsive, gut-feeling decision would literally alter my life. So, a few days later, I got in the group. It was so funny. I remember literally thinking, oh shit. I have zero music experience. I don't know what sheet music is. And now I'm in a cappella. Can I do this? I should have just stuck with cheer. See, the other thing I discovered that night, aside from the fact that only a few unknown souls have ever left this group, was that this group is far more than just people singing do's and da's and the occasional thum-thums, thanks AJ. I discovered that making music with people is one of the most intimate, magical, and exciting things we get to do in our whole lives. It's like hearing your favorite song played over and over again. For me, it's therapy, it's love, and it's home. So to you, the Acoustics. Thank you for making me feel at home, for giving me a space to be my most authentic weird self, for holding me during pandemics, breakups, makeups, friend fights, roommate debacles, and pretty much anything in between. Thank you for sharing the gift of music with me, something I'd never known until college. To my seniors, thank you for these incredible 4 years. I know we've gone through some interesting times together, but we definitely made the most of it. I love you all so much. Thank you for being a shoulder to cry on someone a hug during a bad day, and an ear when your girl needs to vent. To Brandon and Tyler, thank you for such an incredible year.